done. Intro. It's intro time. Shush. Everyone shut up. All right. We are going to move into our next story. This one kind of goes back to the story regarding Games Workshop, and we covered this a couple of times in previous episodes, but the basics of the story revolve around a creator, a model designer called EmanG, and he creates and produces and sells model designs for basically his own small business that he has.
Well, he does it for free.
Yeah, but I mean, well, he does make money on certain platforms, but he's not
like he puts out the designs for free or whatever.
Yeah. He does sell other products though. Like he has a not an Etsy, but it's like it's another platform that he publishes work on, and that's kind of what happened here. So, do you want to cover the story since you watched?
I don't know that much about.
Okay,
it, I only saw snippets of it.
All right, here's the short version of this. So EmanG was taking free designs that Games Workshop had published themselves. Games Workshop puts them out to people and says these are free. You can make and do what you would like with them.
No, Games Workshop sells them. He was giving them out for free.
No. This specifically, the ones he's getting sued over are ones that his defense team claimed that they were free, and that's why he used them. These ones.
Continue.
Okay, so EmanG uses these apparently free files to put out, and he puts them on a platform and puts a price tag assigns a price tag to them and starts selling them. The issue then comes in that Games Workshop identifies this and puts a bunch of different copyright claims against him, trying to destroy him for like reselling those models, those projects. The money that he was charging seemed to be related to support files that he had accompanying the model design files. So you would get a model design file, I think it's an STL format file, and then he would have accompanying support files that would basically be like troubleshooting stuff. And so he would tag a price onto these models when he published them through that platform. Games Workshop got a hold of this and realized what was going on, and so the lawsuit's been going on for, I guess, since 2021? Like, is that, like you had said 2020, 2021?
Yeah,
right?
I think he stated it was 2020 when they first started getting into legal trouble. But I don't know, the way you just put it, though, it just sounds like Games Workshop is in the right.
It sounds like he took something that was free and now he's charging people for it, and they want him to cut that shit out.
Well, so yeah.
It's like, hey, stop making money off of my IP.
We gave that away. You don't get to bill people for it now.
Well, he has a bunch of other projects that he is doing, like gratis for that. Obviously, this type of lawsuit's going to just knock him down. He's not going to be able to recover from this type of lawsuit because my understanding is that every claim is $30,000.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, like, Games Workshop has such a track record over decades of going after people for shit like this. I don't know why anyone would even try and think that they're going to get away with it.
With any company, really.
I mean, like, especially Games Workshop. Like, they don't pull their punches. They go right for the jugular. If they think that you are exploiting their IP or their products and trying to make money and cutting them out of the deal, you're catching some lawsuits.
Well, and so that's another. So my curiosity is and you might know this stuff better than I do, Seth, which is why I'm glad you're here to kind of answer to some of these questions. In a copyright lawsuit, do you have to prove damages or just that it's been used?
You don't have to prove damages.
Because obviously, if they're publishing these works for free and anyone can get them for free to produce them,
I mean, like, what it sounds like to me would be, I mean, and I'm not familiar with this exact case at all, but if they made these files free and available and he took them and modified them in some way, but most of the file is still what this free file was, and now he is charging people for it, that just sounds like open and shut, like clear, like he has stolen their product and is now marketing what was a free product.
Yeah. I'd be curious to know. I'm gonna deep dive a little bit more into this, but
because the way I heard it is that he was giving shit away for free.
Mhm.
And then that's when Game Workshop was like getting on him. It's like he set up his own models or whatever and was giving those files out for free.
Well, he definitely was doing that also. I know that they like there's
But if he's just if he's taking their free fucking model or whatever file and then flipping it around and selling
when you download
it.
these files from Games Workshop, I would just go and check. Is there like a little disclaimer that says you may not redistribute this in any form or something like that? Because if they even have that one line in there,
no argument.
this guy's toast.
Yeah. Well, his fundraising goal is apparently 45,000, which would probably just be his legal defense. I'm assuming that if you have 12, I think it's 12.
45,000 is just going to go straight to Games Workshop.
Yeah.
I need 45,000.
This is a fundraiser for Games Workshop to pay them off.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I want to
I just need an out of court settlement.
I want to be I'm curious about the market implications regarding like 3D model creation and like Games Workshop specifically, because Games Workshop is a model making company. Even they claim that when all the controversy was coming around with the female custodies, that's like their shtick. They build lore, they tell stories as well, but Games Workshop is
their money is in the models. They're a model producing company. I've given them lots and lots and lots of money over the years.
I got lots and
I like
lots
their
and lots of
models.
armies.
They make good models. And, they...
But, I mean, you have a 3D printer, or getting a 3D printer, right?
Yeah, I don't have one yet, but I'm planning to, and there's a lot of models that, I'm planning to create with it, but I don't really know where I was going with this. Games Workshop is like a juggernaut of this. There aren't many companies that are on the same level as them in terms of
Hasbro?
producing... Well, no, I mean, I don't think Hasbro... Do they own any
No.
miniatures
I
or anything?
I
think
don't
they do.
believe so. Wizards of the Coast is obviously Wizards of the Coast and Games Workshop are attached
I guess
to each
Hasbro
other.
technically is because they have Dungeons and Dragons, and there's a lot of model making related to that. But yeah,
Yep.
I mean, any of these companies when they do something out of character, like give away free files, I don't know.
It's just a bait-in lawsuits.
That doesn't seem like something Game Workshop would even do.
Yeah,
Just give away free shit.
Like I said, I don't really know about this case, but it sounds out of character because I've never really known anything from Games Workshop to be free except for the model of the month, which anyone can go pick up at a Warhammer store.
Well, this would be so. Have you built a Warhammer collection of your own? Like, okay, so
yeah, I got 2 armies.
Is
Which 2?
Votann and Grey Knights.
You paint them yourself?
Yeah.
Shit, that's painstaking.
I can't get into paint. I can't get into painting.
Each of my Grey Knights, I probably have 10 hours into each individual one.
Jesus, I give all of my miniatures over to Seth to paint for me because I hate it. Like, people have tried to get me into painting. It is not even close to something I want to be doing. I can't stand it. I can't do it. I can't
get into Gundam sets.
No. I don't want to. First off, I don't care for Gundam.
I've always wanted to try building like one of the big master level Gundam sets. Those look so cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, okay, so
I do not have the patience for it.
do you think Games Workshop, like 3D printing, do you think 3D printing will always be a side market to like properly manufactured from the box miniatures?
Games Workshop, as long as I've been like aware of it, they have no problem with people 3D printing their own armies, and they've even released official rules saying that they're totally tournament legal if you print your own.
Yeah.
They just don't want you printing them and selling them. Like, that's
right. You can print them,
for yourself,
but you can't make money off of it.
You can't start a company with their shit, with their designs.
Well, and then the other question is, if you have, assuming could you build an army of your own miniatures out of a completely unique design?
Like, say you just design the model yourself.
I mean, like, if you wanted to go and play in like a real tournament, I think you have to like submit them, and the judges will evaluate whether or not they're visually accurate enough that someone can look at them and know what they're supposed to represent.
Right.
But if the answer to that is yes, then yeah, they like people going crazy on them. That's sort of the identity of the hobby. You put yourself into your army. and they've always been really supportive of that. The thing they're not supportive of is anyone cutting into their money in any way.
What? No.
Who would have thunk?
Who would have think that?
It's almost like they're a business trying to make money.
Right. Weird. Weird.
Good
Thought it
times.
was a nonprofit.
So, all right. So we are going to get into our next topic.
I love your segues so much.
They're good segues.
Moving right along.
Moving right along. Well, we have more to talk about.
Hard cut.
We have more to
Next.
talk about. Well, we have to, I mean, so can I explain why I do that? I do it that way because when I'm going through and timestamping all the videos for cutting them up later, it makes it easy to know when we're starting a new topic, a new video. So that's
You
why.
should be like, talking about models, here we got some Japanese ones or so. I don't know.
Speaking of Japan,